Welcome to the podcast. This is Mr. Ish. I'm a little under the weather today. My voice might be a little different. But I have a couple of juniors here. I almost had to bribe them, but they're here at the podcast. We'll talk about that later. Let's see what they got to say today. Hopefully they have a lot on their mind. Welcome. What's going on, my peoples?
Hi, Ish.
Oh, hello to me.
My name is Jaden and I'm 10 years old.
Hi, Jaden.
Same. My name is Vibok and I'm 10 years old also.
Same. My name is Naya and I'm 10 years old.
Okay, Naya. Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome all. Everybody's done a podcast before, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yep. This
Okay.
is my
Multiple
fourth time.
times.
This is my second time.
The second time? Fourth time?
I don't know. I don't count.
This is my probably like 75th podcast.
Oh, okay.
I'm like a veteran now. I actually have done every podcast.
Uh-huh.
We don't have like another host. It's just me.
Oh.
Yes.
So if I'm not here, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh, no.
But eventually we're gonna change that. Eventually one of you guys is gonna be able to do
Talk about it.
be the podcast and control the board and
Ooh,
play
I
music
know.
and put the effects and
exciting.
do all that stuff. It's not as easy as you think it is. I make it
listen
seem,
to
I make it
kids sing.
I make it easy because I'm a
You're used to
professional
it.
at this.
Yes, you know a lot.
Yep.
But
you do.
yeah, eventually you guys, I'm gonna try to teach you guys to do it. So what's going on? What's on your mind? Besides the flu, it seems like everybody's sick. Everybody's getting the flu.
Yep.
New York City is infected right now.
Not cockroach.
Everybody's
It's cold.
sick. Yeah, that too. Shout out to all the
Very
countries
cold.
listening to us. We know you there. What do you guys want to talk about today? What's
I
going
want
on?
to talk about the activities.
Oh,
Yeah.
the new activities
Yes.
in the
Yeah,
clubhouse.
let's talk about that.
Okay, so maybe a lot of people don't know. We're Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club. This is after school center, and we do provide you guys with a lot of activities. So let's just you mention it and we'll talk about them. Which
One of my
activity you want to talk about?
one of my most favorites is social rec and digital arts.
Mine
Okay.
is,
Well, what's interesting about social rec to you? Because there may be some people out there that don't know what the Boys and Girls Club provides for you guys. So let's just break it down, as simple as possible, so they know what social rec
Alright.
is.
Social rec is once we come in, it's a room in the back and there's pool, ping pong, foosball. You could play Macala on the table, Uno, or really
So it's
any
a
board
recreation
game.
center where you could play a whole bunch of different types of games. You have checkers,
Yep.
Chinese checkers, a whole bunch of games. So that's one of your favorites, and I know it's your favorite because you're on the pool team and you like to play pool. Or well, some people call it billiards. So it's billiards.
Yeah, that's how professionals call it.
And then you like digital arts, right? You said?
Yes.
Well, digital arts is pretty big. So what part of digital arts do you like?
I just like how we get the chance to make a beat, and
Okay. So you get a chance to be creative.
yeah, and I just like how we use, like, at the same time we're learning how to use a computer.
Okay. So we're teaching you guys how to use a Mac, how to do shortcuts,
Yes.
how to use professional programs, and also how to express yourself with music. So you can make music that's happy,
Then we can
sad,
go to a
about your
studio
games,
and
or
then make a
about
song.
Yep.
So that's good. What about you? What you like in the new in our building? What kind of
Drama class and
drama.
voiceover.
Okay, so what do you do in drama class?
So we act, but right now we're watching movies, like 3, so we could get like inspired or something.
Okay. So he's putting on a couple of clips so you guys could see different things with different people and stuff like that.
Right now
And-
we're watching like the Dora one, but like the real life
Oh, the
one.
life one.
Yeah.
Okay, real life. And then what's the other class you like?
Voiceover.
Voiceover. So what do you do in voiceover?
So we take in a cartoon or anything like a clip. We then we mute the when they're talking, and then we get to do the voices.
And then we gotta change the pitch of it.
Yeah, and it's very
That's
funny to
cool.
me because I took like something that's very funny to me, and then I'm trying not to laugh whenever I do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, because when the clips are like very funny to me, I picked like one that was like from Mickey Mouse, but it's very funny.
That's pretty cool. That's new because we just started that, I believe, this year, the voiceover.
Yeah.
Nyla, what about you? I know you haven't been coming that often, so
Yeah.
what classes do you like?
I like digital arts
Okay.
Yeah.
and social rec.
Yeah.
Social rec. All right, same thing. Why you over there? Yep. Let her talk. Social rec and digital arts. All right. I don't know. I've my favorite so far this year. Usually is photography because I'm really into photography and videography. But this year has just been
All right.
it's been the podcast.
Okay.
The podcast has been my most interesting thing.
Yes.
And I think just because it's new and because this is probably one of the few times where we could sit down and talk. Like most of the time we're doing a class or we're playing a game or something. So we don't really sit down and talk with you guys. Well, at least I don't. Not as often as I used to. So for me, this is like the only way I know what's going on with you guys or what's on your mind. That's what I call it, what's on your mind.
Okay.
So it could be something like, I'm going to shut you down. It could be one of those things that it's just how you feeling today or what you're thinking about or something like that. So that's pretty cool for me. And then on top of that, we get to express it and edit it and put it on online. And your parents and uncles and aunts and other relatives
They
can
get to
listen to
watch
it.
it.
Not just
Well, you don't get to watch it; you get to listen to it, and you can share it with your friends in school and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool.
They'd be like, I'm on the blue class.
in podcasts we like to express ourselves, and not just kids like to express themselves, even adults too.
Yeah, every once in a while, I try to get a staff member. It's very hard because obviously they're working.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for me to grab somebody when they're with somebody else. So I have to plan that. I have to figure out how I could get more staff members here, because I think it'll be important for us to know the
Like
people that are with you.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know me probably the most because I talk the most,
Yep.
and my kids, and we've been together for a few years already. So it's not like there's nothing new in my life. But you may not know the new staff members. You may not know what they're into. It if they're into pool, and if they like swimming, if they like writing, if they like poetry. You may not know these things. So that's one of the reasons why I want to get them up here. I think I also want to break the ice. I want to get everybody, especially our staff, to do a podcast. But I also want them to tell us a little bit about themselves.
I feel like it's harder for juniors to know more about cadet staff because we're not with them because they're cadet
True.
staff.
And then most of the junior staff has been here for a while. So you kind of already know Mark. You already know Margaret.
Donald, Margaret.
Don. So you know them. So it's kind of the new people in the building.
Oh, we have a new
You
staff.
don't know.
Yeah, you
Who?
do.
I don't know her name,
Her
but
name is Miss Ashley.
yeah,
Miss
she's
Ashley?
nice.
Oh, the one that's working there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she started yesterday. She's part of our intern crew from Becca. I bring her from the school that I work in.
Oh.
So
just like how you did to Loudy.
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to my girl Loudy. She went back to school, back to college.
I have one more. Okay, I have something to say. So now what Margaret's doing is she's picking out certain kids to get a job, and the job is like code check, helping Magali, power hour. So like if you're not doing the homework, they'll tell you to get that and that.
Well, that's good. It gives you guys a little responsibility.
I do last.
What's your job?
My last month job was helping Magali, and now I do code check.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
every time, like
So how long do you do that for? Like a week, a month? Okay.
a month, and then we get a check.
And it's good because you guys learn a little bit about the clubhouse and how it runs and all that. So you'll get paid?
A trip, yeah.
Oh, you got a trip. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, trips are hard to come by here. I mean, I'm trying to get this Buffalo Wild Wings trip together. You invited with me because we killed those buffalo wings. We don't play around. But it's kind of hard too because now Dylan's downstairs and I'm upstairs and I don't get to see his dad and all that stuff. So I got to plan that. That's a must. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna call him as soon as this podcast is over. What about you, Nyla? What's going on with you?
I'm okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm okay too. Are you planning on talking to us, or are you gonna be talking out of tune and having a little attitude today? What's going on with you?
No. Oh wait, you.
I'm talking to you now. Yeah, now it's your turn to talk.
Happened?
I don't appreciate when someone is talking, especially if you're doing it and you're having a conversation. It's different. You're doing little sounds and all that when someone is talking. That's disrespectful. Because if you're talking, I'm not gonna be like, yep, I'm not gonna be doing that. That's not cool. We're here to all express ourselves, but at the same time, we gotta respect ourselves. We gotta respect everybody that's here. Your buddy's looking for you. Your left hand. What else you want to talk about, guys? Anything going on in school?
Anything.
Well, there's nothing much. I'm in a Spanish class. I'm trying to learn Spanish. It's
That's
really
good.
hard for me.
Everybody knows how to speak Spanish here?
No.
Yeah, I know how to speak
well,
a
I
little
don't
bit
know.
Spanish.
It's very important that you guys, especially if you're Hispanic in any way, Puerto Ricans, Dominican, whatever you are, Panamanian, whatever it is, it's kind of important that you guys keep the tradition and learn the Spanish.
I want to learn Spanish before I go to college because I really want to go to college and I want to get a good job.
It's good to have a second language. Some people have 4 or 5 different languages, which is crazy. But at least a second language is good. And if if your parents speak Spanish and your grandparents, it should be much easier because you're practicing it more.
You'll
It's not like you're speaking French, and there's not too many people around you speaking French. But things like that is good. You never know. Let's say you get a job in a hotel. Now
Yeah.
you
We can have Spanish people there.
now you could help the Spanish speaking people when they come, to check in the hotel or whatever it might be. So having the dual language in school is very important. I work in a school. Not everybody speaks Spanish. So when
Yeah,
when
but-
parents come in and they want to talk to a teacher, the teacher will be like, "Hold up a second, Mr. Rodriguez, could you help me translate?" So I become an important part of the school because I have to help them give the information that they want to the parent.
Yeah.
So I'm the go-in-between. There's other ways of doing it. You could call a telephone number and put her on the phone and say something, and then the person on the phone repeats it. But it's not really one-on-one. So this way, the lady kind of sees what I'm trying to say to her, and that might be a little more helpful. So having dual languages is definitely important.
I feel like it's hard for people. I want to learn Spanish before I go to 5th grade. Because
I want to learn Spanish because my grandparents are Spanish.
Do they only speak Spanish?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
teaching
important.
them how to speak English.
Well, that's it. Let them teach you Spanish, and you teach them a little bit of English.
because sometimes Elijah speaks Spanish to his
To his
friends.
grandmother or to his friends.
Yeah,
You want to be in the
and-
business? You want to know? That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yes.
I want to learn a little bit more Polish because my wife speaks Polish and my daughter's a half Polish. And when she speaks to her mother or her brother or sister, technically anybody on her side of the family, they all speak Polish, and I don't understand. So when I first was dating her and stuff like that, I always thought they were talking about me.
I
Do you
I
feel the
don't
same
speak
way?
Spanish, and when people speak in Spanish, like let's just say I'm with my friends and they're speaking Spanish, and I'm right there. I'm like, what do they say?
Yeah, you feel out of place. So I used to go to picnics and stuff like that, or family, events, and everybody in the table was talking Polish, and I don't know what the hell they're talking about. So I'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Excuse me a second, I'm about to sneeze.
Bless you.
Yes.
I sneezed while I was on air. Yeah, so I would love to learn a little bit. I got a couple of apps on my phone that teach me certain sayings and stuff like that.
Oh, there's an app that teach you different languages.
Yeah.
There's this app that translates.
Yeah, it translates, but there's another one that it kind of teaches you also. Like if you say, I want to go wash my car, you could press it and you could press the language that you want to learn in Spanish, and then it'll repeat it in Spanish. So you could
Oh,
kind
like
of,
that thing that
Yo
click
quiero
that
lavar.
button.
and then it kind of just repeats it, and then you'd be like, okay, now I know what this means if I have to say to somebody. So let's say you go to your grandma's house and you want to say, Grandma, I want to wash my clothes. You press the translator and they'll tell you how to say it in Spanish to her. Or Grandma, I love your beans, or something like that. Thank you for the Christmas gift, or whatever you want to say to her.
Yep.
What's up? We over here with it?
No,
a couple of crickets?
Turn that off. Turn that
Oh,
off.
okay. You got a little quiet. I thought
So-
it was in the jungle.
Also, Margaret now, she also does coding with downloads, and we haven't had coding in a long time.
Coding is dope. Coding is the
How to make games.
I mean, it's just how to make games. You can make apps for your phones, for your tablets. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you could do with coding. All it is programming the computer on, to do what you want it to do. Whether you're doing animation, whether you're doing cartoons, whether you're doing games, whether you're doing an app, whether you're doing, telling the computer how to make a certain color so you could write. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things.
I want to know how they make cartoons. Like, an animated thing. I think that they draw it or do something else.
There's a whole bunch of different ways of making cartoons. Some people have like a little book that you could just like draw on, and they call it a flip book, and you flip it like that, and you kind of see the
Pages,
the
yes.
pages move.
And
That's called a flip book. That's the most simplest way of doing, animation. But there's definitely apps online that you could make a ball bounce. You could make a teddy bear move his hands and do stuff like that.
That's like those things where they take one picture, then they go to a different part. Then I forgot what it's called, but
Yeah,
they just
and then you put it all together, and it just kind of like makes it move and stuff like that.
Right.
So there's a whole bunch of different ways of doing it. So even when you watch a cartoon, like let's say you watch Frozen and all that, it takes a lot of
Effort.
computer and a lot of effort to do something like that. Where
You
there's
gotta
so
be
many
very
things
even the
happening.
little details, like
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
There's so many things going
And
on.
the castle.
I feel bad for those people.
And
They have
then-
to like.
You feel bad for them.
Yep.
They
They get
they
paid
don't
a
feel
lot.
bad. They get paid
Guys,
well.
they
Pay a lot.
They get paid well.
Of
They do, like Toy Story. I think is wonderful, and that's computer
Same.
animated. It's not really more drawn, but it's really good animation. Animation has changed a lot.
The
animation
animation
is far.
The animation best friend, and I think it's very good because it's like this guy, he had like a little bump, so this little like little electronic, it's in his head, so it makes you look like you have friends, but they're not actually real, they're in your mind. And whenever it's about to die, it says it gets in your eyes, and then it's like battery, and then it has like these little
Is this like a science fiction toy or a show? What you talking about?
it's like an animation. It's like
Is it
very,
anime?
very good.
Like
No, animation. It's like it's kind of short, but I love that.
You do?
my
Yes.
my daughter now likes anime. You know what anime is?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a
Which type? There's a lot.
I know, but it's like animation from Japan. You know that the drawings look just a little different. Their hairs are spiky, or their eyes are really big. So when my daughter draws, she draws like a lot of big eyes, like anime type of drawings. She likes to draw a lot, so she's really into drawing faces and eyes and stuff like that. So she's learning a little bit about everything. I'm trying to teach her on my iPad how to do things, which is kind of cool because we don't waste paper no more. Before we had a whole bunch of notebooks and stuff like that. So now I'm like, okay, let's draw for half an hour. I just take out my little pencil, and she draws. And if I want to save it, I could just save it into my photos.
And then
stuff
next
like
day
that.
she could work on
Yeah,
it more.
then she erases it, or she could do it again. It's pretty cool.
I
So,
like how technology.
yeah.
I wish I had like that little Apple Pencil, then you could like put like little detail.
Oh yeah. I wish I had that new iPad with the pencil.
Well, I have that. I'm sorry to tell you.
That Apple Pen.
I'm really spoiled. It's wonderful. I love it.
I wish I had it.
Same.
You could.
It's kind of expensive. It's not really made for your age. I mean, you guys are 10 years old. It's kind of hard to give you $1,000 tablet
Yes.
because you want to draw.
My brother's
get the-
5
I'll
and he
get
has
the-
a tablet. He has an iPad.
Well, maybe he has an
My God.
iPad Mini or something.
Nah, his iPad's big.
Or the big one.
Oh wow.
Well, it could be also. I saw your brother yesterday. He was here.
Yeah, he goes to Kids Bay now.
I know.
He's 5.
I told your mother.
Everybody-
Shh, don't say that. I told your mother the other day, and I was like, "Oh, when you gonna bring him?" And she must have actually listened to me, and she brought him in. So not all of you guys are in here, right? Not your older
Well,
ones.
nah.
Yeah, but everybody else is here.
Justin, me.
And
Shiava.
does your mother pick him up or no?
My mom picks us up now.
Okay, so now your mom picks us up because you got the baby. Is he gonna be here for the summer?
I don't know, cause we probably.
Ooh, summer camp. I want to go.
I love summer camp. You should come, me both.
Summer camp is
Yeah,
bomb.
because the
summer camp is
pool-
bomb. Give my man 5.
I
over there.
love going to the
the
pool.
pool is the best.
Yeah, I like camel.
that pool is like I can't even feel anything when I'm under the water. Like I can't even feel like the
Me
water.
either.
Like, woo.
I love the pool. I could be in the pool for 10 hours.
Same.
Too.
I mean, when,
I
when
feel
Thursday
like
comes, that's
I
one
feel
of
like
my
it would
favorite
be
trips.
really good for Justin because he could go on the deep side now.
Yeah, my man's a green cap.
I can't.
Green cap. That was about not last year, right? The year before.
Yeah.
Year before he learned how
He's a
to
good
swim.
swimmer now. He swims.
I'm bad at swimming.
No, you got to learn.
Me too. I can't even swim underwater.
I learned
don't
I learned the
even
hard way. My aunt used to just throw me in her pool. She had a pool in her backyard. She used to just throw me in, and
Like an airplane.
and you got to swim, bro.
I let Justin throw me in the pool.
You got to
'Cause-
swim, and I used to be like bloop, 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 and then all of a sudden you start floating, and you get a little more confidence, and then all of a sudden you're diving off the diving board, and you're okay.
Yo, this guy's
That
okay.
was
So this guy
scary.
slipped in like where it's all the way in the bottom, like you almost drowned. That guy slipped inside that pool. He's like almost your height, but a little shorter. He had like these little wine glasses and glasses because it was like my aunt's birthday. She was turning 15, and then he slipped, and then everybody had to, like 10 people
to
had
save
to
him?
try. Yeah.
I know. I had a scare like that this year. I went to one of my wife's family's house, one of her cousins, and they have a beautiful pool. And my daughters really love the water. And
jumped in?
my little water. No, we telling them, oh, you can't go in the water. You can't go in the water. Usually, when I used to go there before, they had a fence around it. But all the kids are older now, and like 2 of them are in college, 1 of them is in high school.
Oh,
so
so
they
they're-
took the fence down. But we were visiting, so I'm telling my daughter, don't play with the water, don't play with the water. And all of a sudden, in 1 second, she like tried to touch the water. She went right in.
She slipped.
Oh
She
my
went
God,
right in,
she
but it was
slipped?
right by the steps. So I just grabbed her arm and took her out. But pools are nice, but they're also scary. And then when you have little kids like my daughter's age, my daughter's very daring. She'll jump in the 15 feet. She don't care.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
Yeah, she's
Oh my
she's one of
goodness.
those kids like, Daddy, look. She's so used to having a vest on when we go camping and stuff like that. So she thinks that sometimes she might forget, I guess, and she just jumps in. So as a parent, you got to be aware of things like that. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot of bad things that can happen in the pool. So around water, you have to be extra, extra, extra careful.
Yeah, my sister
'Cause
was
you
about
don't
to drown.
You have to be extra careful. And look, I mean, we're super careful when we go on water trips with you guys. I mean,
Because we don't want to
we go to parks. Like let's say we go to Camelback. They have their own lifeguards. We bring like 7 lifeguards with us.
Just in
on top of
case.
that, all of us know how to do CPR.
Oh, so you
and all that
pay
stuff.
lifeguards to
No, those are the lifeguards that we see that go to the pool. The lifeguards from the other camp house.
Oh, Madison?
So those are the ones that
I
that
love the
lifeguards, yeah.
fact that
So when we go on big trips, they
They
come
got
with
a
us.
pool there, too.
I love the
I
fact.
just like how we go on like good trips, and especially like it's really hard to choose like if because we went to Camelback.
I wish I was
The
there.
the first trip that I ever had was the pool. That's the only trip that I ever went before.
The first trip
first trip?
that I had when I was in summer camp was Legoland.
Legoland.
The first trip
Lucky I was
went
in the
on,
pool.
What was yours?
I went to the aquarium.
To the aquarium? Which one?
Seen those
The one all
fishes.
the way in Jersey, the nice one, or the one
Yeah.
over here in Brooklyn? The one that we went to last year in Jersey. That I picked that trick. That trick is nice. I take my
Get to
daughters
see
there.
all
It's
the
really, really
sharks.
nice.
Seafood.
You get to touch the sharks and all that stuff. It's
And
pretty
Real
cool.
sharks?
Hmm?
Real sharks?
Yeah.
They're trained?
Oh no!
They're not trained?
They're not trained. They're just small. They're about
Oh, so
they're
they
2
don't-
feet. I
They
mean,
don't bite us?
they could bite, but you kind of just pet them on the top.
Yeah, you
They
don't want
don't
you
bite
don't want
you.
those bites.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone swimming with sharks before
Did they not bite you?
in the Bahamas.
They didn't
No,
bite you?
they don't bite.
And
I mean, they didn't
little
bite me, but it's kind of scary.
Because you never know if they're going to bite you.
Exactly.
No, they had like a big box and they open it and there's like fish in there. So the sharks come and they eat the fish. But even when they swim by you, they just the motion of the way they swim, it moves you all around. And if you have your arms sticking out, you can get bit.
I feel
Like,
like they only attack people that are acting like a threat to them.
I mean, that could be true. But also, if I was standing in front of them and there was a whole bunch of fish over there and a whole bunch of blood, they don't really know the difference between me and the meal they're trying to get.
Exactly.
So I'm just
I
happen
was
to
gonna
be
say
in their
that.
way.
They could just bite you.
Well,
not the fish.
sometimes their skin, if the skin just rubs on you, it's like sandpaper. It could really cut you.
I've read a shark before, a shark book before. I think that it's like you go from the tail to the head. I think, and then you go like this. It's very rough, and they might cut you.
Yeah, it feels like sandpaper. I've actually swam with them. I think in Mexico, I picked up a shark. It was like they call it a sand shark, and and I picked it up. They were like, you could try to take it out the water, and I picked it up, and you could feel it. It's really, really rough. I mean, when they're in the water, it looks smooth, but they're pretty rough. The skin is like sandpaper.
And I
It's
feel like
not
that's
very
how
hard.
they protect themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they brush on the rocks and stuff in the water, and so yeah. So
Yeah, because they're very, very sharp. Like
I love sharks. I love sharks. My little daughter loves sharks. My son used to love sharks. I watched the show. I don't know if you guys watch it, but sometime in July or August, in Discovery Channel, they have like a whole week of sharks, and they call it Shark Week.
Oh, I have
I
vans.
love that.
I have vans of sharks.
I
Yeah.
watch all that stuff.
I never go that deep all the way to the water. I just go to pools because I don't like going all the way deep to like a river or like somewhere like.
So you're scared of fish. You're scared of animals
I
swimming
don't,
by.
I don't know if I don't even know what if anything is all the way like over there. So I don't go like over there. I just stay put.
Whatever
you like a
animal I
pool.
see, I'll
just
just
in case.
I would
to
like
see
to go to it. Like
Well, let me tell you something. The sea, there's some really ugly animals.
I know.
Yes, I've seen
Like there's
ugly
like
fish.
barracuda with the fish. With the teeth are sticking out.
Yeah.
There's
Weird
like piranhas
animals.
with it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
the
what I'm
sea
scared of,
is the
piranhas.
sea is definitely
Piranhas are
very
scary.
very scary, especially the animals. It's like
Like,
one of
oh
the
my God.
one of the most unknown things is the sea, or in the ocean.
Yes.
The ocean is very, very large, and there's still probably a lot of creatures that we have not even seen in our
Yeah,
lifetime.
salt water. Ooh.
Even scientists.
No.
Even
I always get
scientists
it in
maybe
my
not
mouth.
experience.
That salt
Crazy.
water, that pool, that's like no, like the ocean that's like salt water. Ooh,
Yeah,
but
in
those
Coney
your
Island.
eyes start to itch when you open your
Well, I
eyes
don't
under the
open my eyes
water.
under that water.
Ooh,
I don't open my eyes, but sometimes the water will go in my mouth. Sometimes
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nasty.
me too.
They
Every time
feel
a
like
wave
salt water.
comes,
like why do they take you over there like that? That water is like ugh.
it's not even clear.
It's usually when you go to the beach.
Well, it all depends where you go. I mean, you could go to some beaches that you could look down and you can see your toes.
Yeah, but
I mean, you're not seeing that in New York. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if you go to like the Bahamas, you could see. I know that I've gone to the Bahamas and I've been on a boat and you could look down and it's about 30 feet deep and you could see everything that's below.
I've been to
Like
the
you could
Bahamas.
see the fish swimming, you could see the sharks, you could see the dolphins, you could see all that stuff swimming right by you.
Imagine a
saw
whale just got up.
You been to the Bahamas? I love the Bahamas.
Me too.
I love Dominican Republic.
Today, actually, we learned about in science. We learned about really cool animals, and
What animal?
there's a lizard, and when it walks on water, it forms an air bubble so it can run on water.
Oh yeah, I seen that on Discovery Channel. So it looks like it's running on the water. It's pretty
That's
cool.
how it catches prey. If it's like in the
that's
rock.
dope. I've seen that before. I mean, insects, animals, fish, those are all amazing creatures. I mean, to tell you the truth, we're amazing creatures too.
Arctic fox.
I mean, we do things that are amazing. I mean,
Yes.
we make boats to be on water. We've invented planes so we could fly.
Talents.
We could go to space on spaceships. I mean, we got cars. I mean, those are all things that we invented.
Travel with the cars.
It's crazy.
Go anywhere.
You gotta work out in
Talent.
space too. You work out in
But
space
talents,
because
ooh.
your I'm pretty
Your
sure.
body?
Yeah, your body is like your.
Your muscles. I think
Yeah.
because of the
Floating.
pressure.
I think it's.
Yeah, I think because of the pressure and all that stuff.
And
it-
your
it-
skinny just
your,
fly
your
up.
your muscles get tense and stuff.
And then you work out to make it.
Well, I like this podcast. We have we reached a lot of topics. It was very interesting. See, it's pretty easy as long as you follow the rules. I think we all good. Hopefully, I don't sound too funny. I mean, my voice is, I think, a little hoarse. I'm having
It
some
sounds
cough
normal.
drops.
Kind of
It sounds normal. It sounds a little scratchy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Once I listen to it, compare it to another podcast, I'll know. But for my listeners throughout the world, I'm under the weather, as they would say. So my voice might sound a little bit messy. I'm breathing a little harder because it's fine. You know, my nose is stuffed. It's harder for me to get my breath. But hopefully you'll like the podcast anyhow. It's not about me. It's about the topic. And, you know, just everybody want to say the little goodbyes before we end this thing?
Bye.
Bye.
Love you all.
All righty. Here we go.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check.
And we're out of here.